Welcome, my lovelies. Thank you very much again for coming back to watch. This is part 4 of the Pink House Commission. Hopefully the last part as well, so I'm hoping to get the house finished in this time. I've got a couple of the rooms upstairs to paper. I've shown you how I paper the rooms downstairs, so I'll just get that done off camera, so they're done, and the flooring I'm going to do as well. But then also I'm going to put in the lighting. I wasn't going to do a video sort of discussing the lighting really, except last night I think it was, I had a comment from somebody on YouTube on my last video asking about would I be showing how I do the lighting, because they're going to start a project and they're unsure which methods to use. I know of 3 methods that I can use and do use. And I'm going to show you the method that I'm using for this house. This one is basically it's a strip. I'm going to put strip plugs on the back of the doll's house, and then all the wires from all the lights are going to feed through the back of the house and then plug into the strip light. In the long and short of it, that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, by the way, cheers. Today I'm having a coffee to say hello to America and Chicago and New York and all the other places in America. Oh, I do miss America. Right, okay, so we're just going to jump straight into this. First of all, I want to show you, I have one of the lights I have here that I'm going to put in the downstairs room, and it has this little plug on the end. This is easier for if I'm doing commissions for people. It's an easier way of wiring the light in, because it's easier for them to take out the plug. If the plugs come loose at the back, it's easier for them just to push them back in. The copper wire method, which is what I use a lot for my own personal houses, you have to use soldering irons and you solder the joints onto the back. It means that the cables coming out the back are very short and they go straight into the wires, so it's much neater looking. But if they come apart, then you would have to have soldering irons and techniques to be able to fix your lighting back on again. So we don't normally do those for commission houses. Right, okay, so it always comes with a little plug on the end. So to start with, I'll keep the cable as long as I can and just cut the plug off. Okay. Then what I am going to do, because I'm going to wire the plug back on when it's threaded into the house, I'm just going to pull it apart. And all they are 2 prongs inside holding each wire. So I'm just going to pull each prong out, put that down on the table, and then you can see the wire there where the prongs within, it just pushes up. So the wires just come up and into those holes, and the little plugs hold them in. So that's that. So we can chuck that. Then I've drilled a hole in the room already, as I've said before, and I routed a line out the top there, going to the back, so the cable can run smoothly along there and not be standing proud of the roof of the house. So if I just push that through the hole, like so, and feed the cable up. A lot of lights you buy, I've got all different ones here to go in the house. A lot of them, they're quite long, the chains are quite long, and most of them, a big percentage of them, you will have to shorten. And all you do for that is hold the little chain with one hand and cut the chain the length that you want, and then lift the link up and slot it back into the large hole at the top of the fitting. If you see these and open them, you'll see exactly what I mean. You're just basically shortening the chain, and then you pull the wire up with it, so the whole thing is a lot shorter. So once you've threaded it through, where is it? They do have sticky pads where you just peel the pad off and stick them to the ceiling. Sometimes, or quite a lot of the time, the pads, they basically come loose after a while because they're not really that sticky. So I just like to dab a little bit of super glue onto the pad. just a tiny drop. Let's put the lid back on there, and then pull the wire through gently as you feed it up. And what I like to do is, whichever way you're viewing the room, in here it's the side of the house, but whichever way you're looking into the room, try and get the wire to the back of the chain so it doesn't sort of stand out so much. And also I like to colour the wire as well, so it's not white, and then it goes more with the gold chain. It just helps it to blend in. So once that's coming up through the ceiling there, I can lay that down, straight down into that groove, so it's lying flat with the roof of the house, and then I'll just put a bit of masking tape on it to hold it down. I'll put that on. Make sure it's laid in nice and flat, so it's flush with the roof, like that, and then just tear off the end. And I'll just show you the top of the house, or the top of the basement, so you can see exactly what I've done there. Okay, so that's the light fixed to the ceiling, and where it comes up through the hole that I've drilled, and then along the routing line out to the edge. I've done the kitchen as well already, like so. Okay, so that's the basement lights in, and the wires are just hanging down here. What I would do next, I can't finish this off because I need the rest of the house, so I would put the rest of the house on top, and then on the wall, the main wall, the back wall of the house, this has got a sticky pad on the back here, which is quite strong, so I would peel that off and then just stick it to the back of the house. Probably for this house, because it's very symmetrical, it would probably just go very much in the middle, basically. And then your other end of your cable with these little prongs here, they slot into the 12-volt transformer that you would also buy to plug in. So it makes the lights work safely, and it's safe for you to touch. You would never get a shock from it substantially at all. So that would be in there. And then what I would do is, whatever this is on the house, all the wires from every room, I would just draw them towards the plug itself, so I've got it as near to the plug as possible, and then just slacken it off slightly, and then that's where I would cut this cable. Then I would put the plug back on again. If you put the plug straight onto the end of every cable, when you go to plug it in, you'll have big loose bits everywhere. So you just want to do it neatly up to wherever you've got your pad, the strip. So you would do that, and then you would just part the little cables at the end. You'd pull off a tiny bit of the cover in there, so you've got the bare wires, and then you would just push them back into your plug, or push them through your plug. I'll show you, I've got the plug here. You would just push it back through like so, split the wires, push them back into the little holes, and then get the brass fittings with the pliers and just push them back in, so it's just holding it inside, and that's your plug ready just to plug in straight into there. So we'll leave that at the moment, because there are umpteen videos about putting wire in on dolls' houses. Later on, if I remember, I'll show you a couple of the other ways that you can do the lighting as well. The copper method, I would have to go into a lot more detail for people that haven't done that before, but it is very neat when it's finished, and as I said, you do need a soldering iron. But anyway, I'm going to get on with the main part of the house and finish paper in the rooms, and then we can put all the lights in and hopefully have it lit up. Hurrah! Okay guys, before I take you down to the workshop to show you the finished house with the lighting in, I've just come up to my boho house just to show you. This is one I made a while ago. I've still got rooms upstairs to do, and I have done a lot of videos, or quite a few videos, regarding this house from the beginning, but I just thought I'd come up and show you this, just so I can show you how I've done the lighting on the back of this one. Okay, and here you can see the copper strips. Anyone that hasn't done lighting before, you can buy this copper on a reel, and you just peel the backing off, and then you can stick it into onto the back of the house. And you do 2 lines, and you just start from one corner. Sorry, it's not in focus properly. You just start from one corner where you would attach this, where you this is where you push the main cables into the electric plug socket, and from that you would just do copper wire in and go around. Don't ever go over a line with the copper. Always put a bit of insulation tape on or something before going over, like crossing from here over this line here. So you don't want these two to touch. So the 2 channels basically never touch each other, and you just do it as simple as possible to pick up all the lighting that comes out the back of the house, all the wiring that comes out the back. And it doesn't matter if they stop anywhere or come to a dead end anywhere, as long as they're all fitted to the copper wire, and you can put one wire on one and one wire on the other, and that's done with soldering. So it's a completely different setup. I may go through that one day when I'm doing the back of a house with this method. Okay, everybody, we are now actually in the workshop. Yay! I've been using my table, which is here, you can't see it yet, and finishing off the rooms in the house, which is just here. I'll show you that it's finished. It's been absolutely ideal just standing here and moving the table up and down depending on what I'm fitting at the time. It's an absolute godsend. I just looked on the internet for electric desks, electric adjustable desks, and different sites came up with dozens of them, literally dozens. I got the idea from our friend Mary Kay when we went to stay with her in Chicago, and down in her workroom she had one of these electric desks. It was her pride and joy at the time. I'm sure it still is, Mary Kay, if you're watching. Hi there. I wish we were there right now so I could just have a look and see what you're doing with the Christmas Carol house, blah blah blah. I bet it's looking fantastic, the photos. I bet it's great to see it in real life. But anyway, you told us about this table, and I've waited all this time and made sure I've saved up enough money to get myself one, and it is literally a godsend. So absolutely fantastic. Cheers, by the way. As time goes on, doing videos from the workshop now, I will obviously be working out really how and where to put the camera, depending on what I'm doing. So the scene may change from time to time at different angles. But I've just got this house finished. I've still got one of the side doors to put on, but I'll show you it done now, in sort of put together, and then we'll switch the lights out and put the lights on in the house, just to give you an idea of the lighting. But as you can see, this has arrived. This is a monster. This is actually my next commission, and the lady that's bought this house and is having it decorated by my good self, she sounds an absolutely lovely lady. I won't be giving any names or addresses, obviously, but this is her house. So, and she does follow me on the videos, and she just gave me permission in a lovely card that she sent. I'm going to keep the card forever. It's absolutely beautiful. And she said that I would be all right to put this onto my YouTube channel. So guys, as I'm working on it, every now and again I'll just show you different rooms that I've done. I have to get on with the job. I may not be doing lots of hints and tips, but I will show you the progress of the house anyway. So let's get on. I'll show you the house finished, and then we'll put the lights on, and I'll show you a couple of things that I haven't told my customer about, that I'm going to add to it, just for the hell of it, because I can. Let's have a look. Okay, so lovely with the scenery behind me, well, behind the house, looking out into the garden. Absolutely love this workshop. So there we are, there's the house Looks lovely with the John Boy green door and the Suffolk pink walls. And the stairs going up, I did say to the client that I may have put spindles going up the stairs, but she has got a young child that's going to be playing with it, and we were sort of worried about whether the child might break them through time. And also if I put spindles on them, I'd have had to take all the side panels away from the stairs. So I've kept it just as her father had done it, just to keep the nice memories going. As you can see, the doggy kennel in the garden that she said she would like me to make. And let's just take the stairs away. Then we have the downstairs door as well. We can open these doors, and that goes in, just looks going upstairs, and this one goes into the 2 rooms downstairs. And if I come round this side first, and we'll come in here and show you the dining room. There we are. And then we'll come around the other side and look into the kitchen. I've put the coving up now as well. And then we'll open up the front of the house and we'll show you. This is the room at the top that I've left the original wallpaper, just so it's something left of her father's, so she'll always have that memory. I've just added some lighting and some skirting board or baseboards, as you guys over the pond call them, and then we've put different lighting in each room, and this is the finished rooms. I think that's a lounge area that's got dark brown furniture in, so I did that to suit. So let's just put the lights on and we'll show you it lit up. I just remembered I was going to show you the back of the house with the wiring coming out. I've just left the wires slightly loose. I've attached the plugs again and just plugged them into the socket strip here, and then that will go down to the mains, this cable, and the basement ones are plugged in as well from here up to here. When you move the house, obviously you just unplug the basement lights and then you can move both houses. But all these wires, they're just slightly loose, they're not pulled taut, and then I will just flatten them and put masking tape on these, and that will just keep them nice and flat, like so, just flatten down. Okay. And as I always think, dolls' houses always come alive when it gets a bit darker and the lights are on. Absolutely lovely. So if we go in, then we can see it lit up. And we'll just open the front of the house. Just lovely. And as I said, I had a little something else to put into the house. So this is the downstairs in the kitchen, and I've just added a little sink there and a unit. There's a nice little arg at the back there, and a table and a couple of nice little chairs there. They're just things I had in stock, and I thought, why not let the lady have them in her kitchen? She may have her own furniture and may want to change it all back again, but I just thought it was a nice thing to do. So it wasn't in with the instructions that I had, but I just thought I'd put them in, and I thought it looked really nice. So hurrah! Now, just before I love you and leave you, I looked at my Instagram this morning on my phone and was absolutely gobsmacked. A lady, try and remember her name, Janet Rosenberg, I'm sure, had watches my videos apparently. Thank you very, very much, Janet, for watching in the first place. I'm very grateful. But you do like to sketch and draw, and apparently you just watching one of my videos, you paused the video and did a sketch of me. I didn't really know what to say when I saw the picture, but before I read what you'd written, the picture came up first, and I instantly thought, that's a drawing of me. Granted, I have actually just had a haircut today and a beard trim as well. John Boy does it for me with the clippers, but usually I have more of a grey beard, as you know, folks. But you obviously I'd got more of a beard when you'd done the drawing for me. I will put it up on the screen here for one and all to see. You truly are an artist. I literally. I was stunned. I didn't really know what to say. It was just so good. I can't draw. I like painting and doing silly things, but I'm no good at drawing and sketching. And I think your work is absolutely amazing. I can't remember where you're from or what country you're in, but if I lived close enough, I would come and visit you and have a proper look at that drawing. I'll put my tea down. Say thank you, Janet, for actually taking the time to do a sketch of moi. I'm absolutely privileged. It was really kind of you, because our time in life is precious in whatever we do. So thank you. So to everybody else, thank you again for watching. As I say, the camera might change around the room. I don't really know what to attach it to at the moment. But we'll just see how life goes from here on and how our journey goes. So until the next time, take care. Speak to you all again soon. Bye all.